You'd rather see me in a pen than me and Lorenzo rolling in a benzo. That's an old song. If you don't know it, well, you don't know much about the history of rap. Okay, well, so we have this benzo here. It's you know, the Red Pig is what it's known for. A lot of other people have shown this in their reviews, but I'm gonna do the good old 3D wheel print on this guy. That's why I got it. And for some mysterious reason, every time Hot Wheels puts out a Mercedes sedan, these things are in such high demand. They sell out or they're overpriced on eBay. I don't know what the deal is there. All right, well, let's see here. So the original car of this is actually a 6.3 liter. It's the 300 SEL was a full-sized sedan made between 1968 and 1972, and had a V8 that came from the limousine of the Mercedes line, and it made around 250 horsepower. But it was still a relatively fast car, doing 6.6 seconds with a 2-ton sedan. I believe that's actually what this car is here, the 6.8 liter. There's a little history behind this engine. There's a company called AMG, and there are two German gentlemen, Werner Alfrecht and Erhard Melcher, and that's the A and the M. And then the G is the town, I guess, where one of these guys grew up, called Gropasche? Grobasche? I don't know. I'm not German. Anyways, those two gentlemen's last names in the town is is AMG. Those two guys were motor technicians, I believe, at Mercedes, and they're the first guys that started to tune Mercedes. They started doing tuning after hours at night, and then they made their own company, and that is what became AMG. And they were so successful, Mercedes went back and bought them out, and now AMG is the performance division of Mercedes. So, anyway, so they're the guys that bored out this thing from a 6.3 liter up to a technically a 6834cc engine, and so it was now making around 430 horsepower. But it was a heavy beast, you know. It was a 2-ton vehicle, so it got the nickname of the Red Pig. Okay. They did try to remove some weight. The thing doesn't even have bumpers. There's no bumpers on these things, but it's got these additional fog lamps and stuff. Alright. The regular sedan, I guess, was the fastest production four-door car of its time. But now with the AMG mods, this thing went racing. In fact, when it did go racing, it actually finished in second place at the 24 Hours of Spa in 1971. That's a race in Belgium. Okay. Sadly, the vehicle was crashed, and they had to rebuild it. And then later on, they sold the car off to a French company called Matra, and they used it to test jet fighter landing gear. So you can look up images of that. But the images I just showed you are of a replica that Mercedes built. They rebuilt the car, you know, because it has such historical significance, and so naturally someone at Mattel likes this car and had it made here. Alright, so you'll have to decide if it looked like those photographs. I think it looks close enough. Yeah, look at the graphics. You know, the great thing about Hot Wheels, they have these funky printed graphics. They're not decals. That's the key thing. So this car will look good probably for the next 50 years. From my experience or understanding, I don't think Hot Wheels get paint rash like more expensive brands do. It seems like an odd, but I don't see it too often. But the problem, the initial quality might be a bit of a concern. Like there's literally a streak in this clear coat. Never mind the contaminant there. And then it's very often orange peely, and very often Hot Wheels have casting gouges and scratches and stuff before the paint. So, but you know, for the cost of this thing, yeah, I guess you gotta live with it. All right, so yeah, I don't know what any of these sponsorships mean other than that and Castro Oil, Bilstein shocks. I don't know what these guys are. And then around the number 35. It's kind of weird to have 35 twice. What do you guys think of that? All right. Anyways, we got some door handles sticking out, and they're painted gray. It's not silver. It's like a, or maybe it's supposed to be silver, but the way that Hot Wheels does its technology, it's like a dot matrix kind of style, where it's literally mixing a bunch of dots like an impression painting. See, you can see all the dots, and so the combination of these dots creates the overall color when you look at it from like an arm's length away. But under this magnification, you can obviously see the pixelation. It's a bit weird, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know why they went to this. Maybe it's for faster production or more consistent production. But, 20 years ago, their Hot Wheels was putting on tampo prints, and they simply look better. They don't look pixelated. So it's a weird technology. I think they should really maybe go back to the way they used to do things. What do you guys think about that? Do you like this stuff? Or do you think they should go back to the old way? One thing it does get you is the nice graphics on the headlights. Alright. Although there's none on these two, I don't think. I think that's just a black circle, no texture. It's weird, because some of the other Mercedes, you'll see like the reflections inside the light bulb. Alright. Well, anyways, the grille itself, it's got texture. There's a little Mercedes star. Unfortunately, it's not centered properly. And then, yeah, no bumpers, just the struts to hold the bumper on. So maybe these are tie downs for the hood, emergency cutoff. The wipers are kind of there, sort of. There's some arms, but the blades aren't carrying across to the windscreen. Or maybe that's supposed to be it. Yeah, that's one of them. It's supposed to carry over there. And I guess the other one is probably laying here. Maybe they like flip over themselves and fan out like that. Alrighty. And then you got the Real Rider wheels and stuff. So they're 5 spokes. They're kind of similar to the photograph. It's just got the exposed axle. And they're not really silver. There's the silver plastic, but got the treads. Looks alright. Big, heavy. It's a heavy model for sure. Unfortunately, it's all riveted together, so it's going to require some drilling. And then it's nice to see the separate exhaust tip. The whole muffler is actually a separate piece. Probably part of the interior from what I saw in other people's reviews. Alright, going to the back, we got some printed lights, and it's printed nicely. Good separation of the colors, and the little chrome trim around them. 300 SEL looks good. I wonder if the real car says 380. Actually, the real car I think says 6.8. Yeah, so that's not really accurate. Or it's reversed. Ah, I see. So this 6.3 or 6.8 is supposed to be on this side. And probably this is supposed to be on that side. At least looking at that rear photograph. Star here, and I don't know, maybe that says Mercedes Benz on the real car. I'm not really sure what this red dot would be though. And then it's got some latches for the trunk. No bumper again, just where it was attached. Okay, so the windows have this, the trim pretty much on all the windows. And then we have a dark roll cage of some sort there. Let's bust out the flashlight. Ribbing on the seats. Stick shift. Yeah, small steering wheel. Plain dashboard. A little binnacle up top there. Ribbing on the seats. It's not bad for Hot Wheels. I think it's pretty good actually. Yeah. Alright. Well, it's a pretty cool model. And here we are with some 3D printed wheels that I saw on the real reproduction car. The only other thing I did was add some black paint to the grille. But everything else is pretty much as came from Hot Wheels. I didn't even bother with the exhaust because I kind of have a feeling it was just a raw steel exhaust, but I might be wrong. Here's a picture of the real car again with these wheels. And let's try to get a comparison. I found 2 different sets of photographs of this car with different wheels, but I went with the wheels here because the depth of them, the other ones were just too deep. I don't think I could 3D print them. So, in fact, the depth of these isn't as deep as those wheels because I don't think Shapeways would be able to 3D print these things if they were actually like those wheels. It's just too thin, because the tires are actually a separate piece. So you can, you know, paint the tires black and not have it running over into the wheel itself. Alright, I also added a brake rotor back there, but no caliper because it spins with the wheel itself. So that's again one shortcoming of Hot Wheels. I add these labels now so I know what year these things were, what year car it is. Alright, let's take a look at oh, you know what? I don't think I actually measured the scale of this thing. So I found out that well, hopefully the internet's correct, 2865 is the wheelbase of this guy. So if I measure the wheelbase, I would say that's around right, 45.46. It's close enough. Well, I don't know. It's 163 scale according to that. Maybe I'm a little off in my measurements, but I don't think it's going to look too out of place next to your other 164 scale vehicles. Alright. So 163-ish. Now let us take a look at a couple other Hot Wheels. Found this picture here of this guy running around in a race, and it seems like he was racing this Ford RS2 1600, I think it is, which I believe you know, Hot Wheels did. This is a 1970 version, and unfortunately no one's done this Beamer. What was that, like a 635 or something, or a 3.0 CSL? I'm not exactly sure. So it'd be nice if, you know, someone premium, preferably a minimum of premium Hot Wheels, but you know, I'd actually rather have a premium brand do these two other cars. So one could, or really all three of these cars. But I'll take a Hot Wheels if I have to. Okay, so another one. Let's just do back to road cars here. This is the Mercedes Benz 500e that was recently made by Hot Wheels in 2021. And I think this one may have been from this. No, maybe it was released in 2020 because the copyright says 2019. This is the 72 280 SEL. So I'm going to lose the race car, and let's just have the Mercedes up here. Try to line them up, get an overhead shot. Try to see what the size of these guys. Granted, I think this one actually measured around 164 scale as well. I cannot remember if that 500e is to scale or not, so I apologize. You'll have to search my history for that. I cannot remember all the cars I collect. There's just no way. Alright. Well, so I guess again, Hot Wheels Premium did a pretty good job. Even the stock wheels do look, you know, there are 5 spokes. They're similar to the real car's wheels. But since I have a 3D printer, I figure why not? I might as well make it a little more accurate if possible. But anyways, if it's a great model. If you like Mercedes history, you know, or in particular AMG's history, this is the model to have. This is the one that really put those guys on the map. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching again. I'll catch you in the next Mercedes review. Bye.